listening. Golden girl, sex and celebrities, talking Philly radio legend. Go Hollywood and Philly, got it locked down.
Golden Girl is all over your box, and boy, it is going down. The naked truth right now. Early scoop for you this morning. You already heard about Diddy. He is entangled in the entanglement of the decade. All right, it all started off with this girl right here, Cassie. Boy, she did it. She is bringing her down. If you thought the $30 million was, the end, no, it was actually just the beginning, and it continues. And so let's just run through this. Yeah, she was happy. She was loving. She was with Diddy. She was freaking. She was doing freak offs. She was the biggest gold digger ever. And that is who she is. That's Cassie right there. And when she got tired of that and tired of his ass, well, she did this. She decided to go find her a white man to help her take Puffy down. Because at the end of the day, white men took Puffy down. No matter what he did, he's a freak. And he let a freak off. But the white man right there, they put a plot together, him and her, and it worked. At the end of the day, it worked. All right. And so now we here. All right. So you got to look at these pictures. They were so in love, or at least they were so in lust, and it worked out. But then all of a sudden, Puff didn't pay that dough. Now you already know, he 30 mil in with Cassie. Here come another lawsuit, the next $30 million. Yes, and it's been filed by a guy named Rodney Jones, and he wants money. He wants $30 million. Now, let me be clear. This guy was just on the internet a couple of weeks ago, and he was screaming and complaining. He's already filed a lawsuit. He had filed a lawsuit about his publishing, about his song, that he says Puff stole the song, didn't give him his publishing, didn't give him his marketing and everything. I'll put this separate video. But yes, this is the same guy. He made those claims about the music. Here he is several weeks later making sexual claims. I can't say that they're true, right, wrong, or indifferent, but I will tell you what they are, okay? Lawsuit has been filed. And some of the people that have been named in it, it's unbelievable. The pictures are right here. So I want to start with Puffy first, and just all of the people that right now are in a situation that are suing them. Bottom line. All right. So we already know Cassie, boom, got her dough. She moved on. Her husband, boom, got his dough. He ain't even sue. But you get what I'm saying. All right. So he paid too. What's yours is mine's. She owes him half, no matter how you look at that right there. Okay. And so then you move on. First off, I just want to move on to Young Miami real quick, because Young Miami is being sued, and that clique of being sued too. All right. Her name is listed. She has a cousin who's listed. And this man, Rodney, says that the cousin sexually assaulted him in the bathroom. He went to the bathroom, and she came in behind him. And while he had his dick out peeing, all right, she gripped that joint up. She probably like to get dripped on too, like her cousin. They like the golden shower thing. But nonetheless, he said she grabbed his penis and she started sucking it. Just like that. Just boom. Give me that. Ooh. He said he pushed her off of him. This is in the lawsuit. He pushed her off of him. He left. He went into the other room. She followed him. Then she took all her clothes off, and she tried to straddle him. She did straddle him in front of everybody that was in the room. Puff, Young Miami, whoever the guests were. Yeah, this was one of those times it was supposed to be a freak off. All right. And he wasn't with the freak off. At least he says he wasn't with the freak off in the moment. But it happened. All right. And he's suing about it. So now we got Young Miami, who's entered the chat. We already knew she had something around in there, and now it's coming out, all right? And so she like the Heidi Fleiss of the thing. Yeah, she got the black book, call up the girls, call up the guys, get it popping. All right, so then now she's in it, fully engulfed. Then you already know that Harv Pierre, this is Puff's right-hand man. This is Puff's man. He's been in with the company with him. I know Harv from back in the day. He is accused too of being the young underage girl. Remember that? The one who said she was 17 and she traveled from Detroit on a private jet and everything. Well, she said that, and she said that she traveled and said that before she even got on the plane, that Harv took her in the bathroom and he was smoking crack. This is what she said. She said he pulled out a crack pipe. He started smoking crack. He gripped her by the neck, told her to give him head, and was like, all right, now we on the plane. We about to go meet my man. I'm about to put you down with Puff. And she got there. This is the picture that we see that she took. They've taken her face out, of course. But hey, they say that this woman is somebody that we'll know now. She's still in the industry and we'll know her if they show her face. And it could affect everything that she has going. So this is someone that we know, that we will recognize if we see her face. All right. So she comes as she pushed into the bathroom. She said Puffy hit it. And then she said when she turned around, she was kind of drunk and out of it and didn't know what was going on. And then she looked up and she said Hart was behind her hitting it. And she told him to stop and he wouldn't stop. And she looked up again. I don't know how many times she was looking up and what way she was looking around. How come she didn't notice these different dicks was coming up in her? How come she couldn't tell it was a different dick? Like, I don't understand this shit. But anyway, Golden Girl is all over your box saying, I don't want me to be telling the naked truth. I'm going to be telling the naked truth the way I see it. So third dick comes in and she doesn't remember what this guy's name was or even what he looks like. But she just knows that it was a third dick involved. And it happened. And unfortunately, she says they raped her. All right. Now, I say she was 17. They picked her up in a bar where she was supposed to be 21. She got on a plane. It was a private plane. There was no need to require ID. So much right here with this naked truth, with this nigga P. Diddy. All right. Boy, Harv, I know you saw you picked that hoe up if you picked her up. Because we don't know that he picked her up. But then there's this other girl who says, look, wait, hold up. I had a threesome with Puffy. This is the girl, another. We don't know. This is the anonymous one. She claims she had a threesome with Puffy and Aaron Hall. That's right, the nasty man. She claims the nasty man who been calling himself the nasty man for decades now. I mean, it's never been any shame to Aaron Hall's game. You understand? He's always been Mr. Nasty Man and talking about what he does and how he does it and everything else. And so it just kind of makes you wonder, well, what were you thinking? I don't know, because I don't know the situation. But what I do know is that they're accusing Puff and Aaron Hall of a threesome, an entanglement gone wrong, underage, so forth and so on. We'll see. They both said, nah, it didn't happen. None of this happened. Nothing they said happened. It's all a lie. So Nasty Man is in it too. Puff got everybody involved and pulled in to his unfortunate situation. Like he got everybody pulled in. A lot of celebrities' names are just being dropped. And it's like, it's really unfortunate. And it's unfair. So anyway, I'm telling you that because I'm about to say another couple names. And I just think it's unfair. All right. But before I get to those names that's unfair, let me tell you about this other one who's already been accused before of groping women. I'm talking about Cuba Gooding Jr. This guy, I mean, I don't know. Like, that picture is just, it's much. Like, come on, man. You got the dude gripped up in a grip up. Like, I'm about to either suck your egg or I'm about to poke your heart or I'm about to, whatever he's about. This is alleged. All of this is alleged. These people are accusing Puff and his friends of having freak-offs and trying to get them into freak-offs, inviting them into freak-offs, sneaking them into freak-offs, drinking them into freak-offs, dropping shit in their drinks into freak-offs. This is all of these different claims that have come with Diddy and his Ciroc that he no longer has any investment in. All this Ciroc got him in trouble. He was pouring and dipping, allegedly. They say he was dropping stuff up in the drinks. Aside from those pills that this was for the people that didn't want to take a pill and he didn't want to even entertain it. Like, look, let me just throw something in this drink and get this joint. Wow. Ecstasy, little liquid ecstasy, whatever it was they were using something. All these people was freaking. And a lot of people was there freaking because that's what they wanted to do. They are complaining now and trying to get paid, but they were there freaking because that's what they wanted to do. They couldn't wait to get to that party. They heard about it. They knew about it. They heard somebody tell, oh my God, and they wanted to go. Because I heard about it. Everybody in the industry that was at them parties already knew what was happening at those parties before they got there. All right, so let's just be clear. All right, you had a choice to go or not to go. I chose not to go. was like, I don't do ecstasy and stuff, so I don't want to go be around a bunch of people freaking. If everybody is taking ecstasy, they gonna be around there just fucking and freaking. That's what I was thinking. It's exactly what I was thinking was right. That's what was going on. Golden Girl is all over your box. I'm saying if I'm lying, I'm flying, and I'm going nowhere because I got the naked truth. All right. And Cuba Gooden Jr. Already accused of a lot of groping. He get drunk, he get wild. That's what the women have said that have accused him in past times. They're like, yo, this dude get buck wild. It's no controlling him. He's gripping, he's running up behind, grabbing pussies and everything. Another trumper, all that. You know what I'm saying? Men with money, men that don't have money do it. I mean, some women are cool with it. Sometimes it's considered coochie horseplay, but other times it's considered get hands off my coochie. All right, if I say no means no. All right, so here we go. Puff and the people he taking down with him. Jeez. Cuba Gooden on that list. We don't know that he's going down, but he already just barely escaped prison and everything. So we'll see what happens. But then there's this picture. I'm looking at this picture with Young Miami's cousin. And this is deep. They have snapshots now. There is no sexual thing going on, but this is allegedly the day that it happened. Look at this. Look at this. And you could just see, the dude is looking in Puff's face, and Puff is trying to whisper something in his ear. And then, Young Miami and her cousin are thinking about how she going hem the dude up and suck his jaw. She like, look, tell that nigga, I suck a mean dick. I guess he was like, look, I want my mean publishing. Golden Girl is all over your box. I'm here. Talking sex and celebrities. And boy, the sex on top of the celebrities this morning, it is what it is. Okay? And that's just not it. Puff is still adding people on to this plethora of shit that he got going because Stevie J, the picture is here now. Look, snapshot right there. Now, you can't say certainly, for sure, like irrevocably. You can't say that. But I can say, damn if that don't look like Stevie J to me. If you asking me, I'm saying, in my opinion, this is Stevie J. The picture is a little blurred and the who and all that. And, there's a man there. There's a white man and you can see his chest. And, to look at it, Stevie J looks like he is in love or whatever. Whatever's going on, he is in ecstasy. All right, and the other picture is blacked out, so we know that one is, it is what it is, nigga, is you. Fuck is you talking about? It ain't you. And this is karma for putting that shit out about Eve years ago. He put pictures out with Eve when Eve was stripping and shit, and like she was early in the career. Everybody know she was stripping. It was like a girl trying to like all in between her legs or whatever at a strip club, whatever, however the shit went. He put that shit out and tried to shit on Eve. And everybody was like, oh, okay, cool, no problem. Kept it moving. Nigga was done. But now look at him years later. He a OG. You know what I'm saying? Now, nigga, you ain't going to be able to sleep at night because your secret is out. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. They can go ahead and come on with the dick. The man is already suing him. He got the pictures. This is Stevie J. I said allegedly, but no, this nigga. This is this nigga. And he is in it. I don't know about if he in it to win it, but he is in it. He is wrapped up in it. Oh, shit. Look at this shit. Oh, it just gets deeper. And Puff, he's just, the holder. He holds all the pictures of everybody. He got pictures and videos of everybody in the industry that done been to his parties, that done been getting it popping. Yes, and some you'll never see. All right, so boy, damn, that's Stevie J. Whew. And he was with Faith, married to Faith. And I mean, I know Faith looking at this shit like, I don't believe this nigga. But we ain't believe you married that nigga. Like, I don't even want to talk about this shit. This industry is weird. It's weird. All that shit was a setup. Faith, marrying Biggie, all a setup. Oh, y'all don't want to hear me talk about that shit for real. It was a setup. Puff set the shit up. She wasn't in love with no Big. He set it up. It was the biggest thing for hip-hop at the time. It was the best, the cutest hit. Well, Puff ain't had no, you know what I'm talking about. Big ain't cute. But it was the cutest hip-hop love thing, ever. Yes, it was Pretty Faith Evans and Ugg Mug Big. You know what I mean? The rapper and his damsel in distress. And it was all that. It was the three entanglement beef with her and Lil Kim. And it was great for marketing. And Big and Faith got married in 3 weeks. How do you think that happened? Who do you think set that up? Who do you think told her, do what you gotta do? Been setting this shit up forever. Yeah, go ahead, marry him. You got to marry him. Marry him. We gonna have this publishing and everything. Marry this. You got to marry this nigga. Yup. And I heard you suck a mean dick. Nah, she was sucking puss before. But anyway, Golden Girl is all over your back. See, that's why I don't want to be talking, because I don't want to be talking, but I'm talking. And if I said it, it's the naked truth. All right, it is what it is. I could make this shit up, but why would I when I already know it? You know what I'm saying? Some people were there in this time and lived in this time of hip hop, and I am one to say that I'm glad, woo, that I grew up in hip hop when I did. Day one. All right, Puff, Faith, all that. Biggie, can't you see? Rest in peace and see it all. All right, so let's just run through one, two more in this joint that Puff got all swooped up in his shit. Because he got everybody swooped up in it. Now, this is what I don't like. This shit I don't like. This. Why? I just want to know why. Why is the dude Rodney Jones trying to throw everybody that ever was in Diddy crib or at a party he went to under the bus? He just dropping names. And I do agree with Diddy's lawyer, Sean Holly, who said this dude is just dropping names and everything to make this stuff sensationalized. That much is true. Sure, he's seen a lot. He did a lot. Puff grabbed his ass, tried to twinkle his balls. The girl gave him a mean dick suck. He didn't want it. Maybe the dude is gay, but he just don't like Puff. Maybe he's married. He got a girl. He ain't want none of that shit. He ain't want no herpes. All of this shit. All these motherfuckers got herpes. Anybody that laid down with Puff is a chance you got the herpes. And all of these women that he slept with, they probably got. They may not. They may have escaped it. But no. No, they didn't. They lucky that's all they got. Anywho, I don't like to say it, but I'm going to go ahead and report it. All right, so the lawsuit, the guy says, this is, and I'm going to read this verbatim because I don't even want to say it, so I'm going to read it verbatim because it's there. It's legally there. All right, he definitely talked about the recording studio shooting. All right, I told y'all about that last night, but I'm going to read this shit to you. It says, on or about September 12th, 2022, Mr. Combs had a writers and producers camp at blah, blah, blah recording studio right around the corner on Highland Avenue. Present at this camp was Mr. Combs, his son Justin Combs, Justin's friend G, who was a 30-year-old African-American male. In addition to these individuals, other musicians were present at the camp. One evening during this camp, Mr. Combs and G were in a heated conversation. All right, Justin was in that conversation too. It was a three-way conversation. That conversation was moved out of the studio and into a restroom adjacent to where Mr. Jones was sitting. Mr. Jones was approximately 2 feet away from the bedroom when gunshots rang out. Mr. Jones recalls hearing multiple gunshots, and he had to tell that story too. I remember that story. It was on the news. Yeah, that was a story. I remember that story because it was right around the corner from me. And so, yeah, we didn't know because they didn't say nothing about Diddy. They didn't say nothing about Justin. Nothing about any of that stuff. So there you have it. That's how LA works, all right? That's why I told you I got the naked truth from the Golden Girls. It's only one Golden Girl. They can't tell you this because they weren't here. They don't live here. They didn't see that news. Nah, and they don't know Puffy. I don't know Puffy now either. I met Puffy a few times. I knew Puffy back in the day, but I don't know Puffy in the last 15 to 20 years. He's still the same nigga he was then, as far as I'm concerned. All right, nothing changed except he got more money over those years. Okay, so this is just deep. It's deep. All right, and I just wanted to say that I don't want to talk. I keep saying I don't want to talk about this because I don't want to say it. Rodney Jones' lawsuit against Diddy and others also claim that a rapper who dated Nicki Minaj and an R&B singer who assaulted a Bajan billionaire, that would be Riri, consorted with underage girls and sex workers. Now hold the fuck up. This nigga just talking to be talking. So what if they fucking dealt with some sex workers? How did you know these were underage girls if you even claiming that? Nigga, did you card them? Like, yo, what's up with age card? Did you card these bitches? Now, this is where the nigga is throwing shit in. This is where he throwing that shit in. Yeah, definitely. You don't know how old these women were and just throwing out, oh, they was with sex workers. So the fuck what? All these niggas be with sex workers. That's what the bitches be there for. They tricks, they twerkers, they strippers. They are sex workers. All right. And so, yeah, Rodney Jones is trying to put the finishing touches on Diddy. And for why? Because Diddy took his pup, all right, and shitted on him, didn't return his calls, and cut off communication, all that, because it's in the video, right? I said I was going to get that video later, but why do that when I can show it to you right now? Boom!
Anyone, this video may be embarrassing too. Some of you may know me or may not. I'm a music producer who's a writer and musician. Different genres. I started in the gospel and jazz and R&B and worked my way over to the hip hop side. I've been working on an album. I took a year off straight working on this album. That album is the Love album, Off the Grid by Diddy. And it's Grammy nominated right now as we speak. I should be celebrating, but the truth is I'm not. Taking this album on has required so much time, months and at a time, 16 hours to 24 hours a day. Sometimes, Diddy will request certain works to be done, tell us don't go to sleep until it's done. And the truth is we'll be up for days trying to accomplish that. I've tried to get my business straight with them on this album, but the truth is they're not playing fair. They hit me on below the belt on so many situations. Just dealing with this. It's the contract that they give me and the offer that they gave me was just disgusting. The producer fee, pennies, and on top of that, these guys are trying to steal my publishing. I can't go for that, so I'm fighting back. He's a fighter. But I'm gonna put in this fight. I gotta do it for myself, my rights, and most importantly, my kids. Taking my publishing or stealing it I'm not gonna let that happen. Again, this is one of those projects that took so much time from me. I missed holidays with my family, just out working on this album. At what point I was running around with the hard drives, the computer, just to run the ball on this album, to finish the production on it, and make sure that this album came to, a good project with good vibes, just where it is right now. And just to be offered little to no participation in this is highly disrespectful. I won't be that guy 20, 30 years from now, looking back saying, I wish I'd done this. I'm going to do this now. Doing this situation is not easy. Taking Puff to court, suing him is not easy. I don't have the monies that it's going to take to fight him in court. So I'm just asking, if you're in support, please, the link is in my bio to my GoFundMe. The money will go towards my attorney fees and to just make sure I'm keeping my head above water during the process. I really appreciate this. Thank you.
Hey, yo, Golden Girl's about to flame these. That's right. Crack the whip, baby.